This is not a happening thing. I aim this comment at the suit, and he glowers. I don't care. There are some jobs even I won't take, and Adrian wants me to cross a moral line I'm not prepared to. Lena, Adrian says in a cautioning tone. Hold on a moment. Crossing my arms over my chest, I stare at him, wondering how far he's prepared to push. Considering Jase Rawlins is worth 7 or 8 figures, I'd hazard a guess that dollar signs are flashing in Adrian's eyes. Too bad. I don't operate that way. Money isn't my driver, and he knows it. So what approach will he take?
Jase. Sometimes I wish it was legal to put someone in a chokehold outside of the cage. Like this uppity image specialist, for instance. Yeah, she may look like a schoolboy's wet dream in an ass-hugging pencil skirt and V-necked blouse, but it's obvious from the second she opens her mouth that she's already judged me and found me wanting. Nothing I'm not used to, but it still stings. Maybe it's the fact my dick has some really great ideas about what he'd like to do with those gorgeous red lips, which are currently set in a sulky pout, or maybe it's her instant dismissal, but I want to rile her, to ruffle up her silky feathers and find out just how mouthy she can get. I step forward before her boss can intervene and raise a hand. As expected, everyone falls silent, which only seems to piss the redhead off more. Fuck, we haven't even gotten as far as exchanging names before she's mentally convicted me. That's the shitty part of being in the public spotlight. Everyone thinks they know me. They believe every stupid lie anyone tells. Well, guess what? This girl doesn't know a goddamn thing. Calm down, cutie pie. I love it when her eyes chill to an icy blue, silently threatening to cut my balls off. Yeah, I knew she'd hate the pet name. Considering what she thinks of me, I don't give a crap. Turns out, I don't want to work with you either. I raise a brow at Nick, my manager, and ask, is this really the best you could do? The redhead gasps, and I want to check whether she's crossed her arms tighter over her chest, plumping her little tits up, but I resist the urge to look. We can go somewhere else, Nick says. I was told these guys are the best for miracles, but I'm sure we can find someone else just as good. Now, wait a minute. The stuffed shirt interjects. I wasn't listening when he introduced himself, so I didn't catch his name. Lena is the best there is. You won't find anyone else. Finally, I succumb to the desire to glance at her and see how she's taking this. I catch the tail end of an eye roll, and it makes me soften toward her a little. She's not drinking up the flattery the way some might. Lena. I try her name out. It suits her. Pretty, bordering on pretentious, but not overstepping the mark. Whatever puppy dog stunts Lena, I emphasize her name now that I know it, wants to pull, they aren't going to do jack. I address Nick. I still don't get why we're here. Give it a couple of days. Erin will decide she doesn't want to act on her threats, and the hubbub will die down. Lena's face twists into a sneer. Die down? She demands. The only way this shit NATO is dying down is if someone gets proactive about putting out your fires and fast. Also, have a little respect for your girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend. Whatever. She says it like the ex part doesn't matter, as if Erin and I didn't break up more than 2 months ago now. She's not some problem that will disappear if you ignore her. Domestic violence is a serious crime, and you can't just hand-wave it away. Her nose crinkles like she smells something bad. It disgusts me that you're callous enough to think otherwise. Callous? Me? I count to 5 in my head and remind myself she doesn't know me. Her perception of me is based on what she's seen in the news, and I have to admit it's damning. It also isn't true, but I don't bother saying that because this woman isn't going to believe me. Stuffing my hands in my pockets, I decide the best way to deal with her is to call her bluff. Okay, so you say the problem isn't going away on its own. What did you have in mind to fix it? She flounders, and I can't stop the smile that tugs at my lips. She's all bluster and no bite. That's what I thought. I turn to leave, but her smarmy boss lays a hand on my arm. When I stare at it, he snaps it back like he's been stung, his cheeks going pale. This guy is even worse than Lena. At least she has the balls to say what she thinks to my face. He's the type who will pretend to be on my side, but all the while he's secretly fucking terrified of me. Wait, he says. Give me 2 minutes to speak to Lena in private and talk her around. I promise you won't regret it. Lena looks like...